Hi guys, today I'm explaining the International Space Station. So, in 1962, John Glenn was the first person to orbit the Earth. Isn't that amazing? In 1969, there was this first U.S. astronaut to go on the moon. Isn't that amazing? He said that it takes time and little steps, little by little, to get to accomplish your first goal, and you have to do it every day, every time you want to accomplish your own goal. In 1998, there was these two astronauts, one from Russia astronaut and one from U.S. astronaut, and they joined forces. The American part was called the Unity, and the Russian part was called the Zarya. And Zarya in English is called Sunrise. And it wasn't actually made from space. It was made from the Earth. And they're the space shuttles that actually flew through space and actually made the part connected, so space workers can connect the part. So then the International Space Station was born. And you see these solar panels, right? These actually, pretend that's the sun, right? Don't look directly in it. It can hurt damage your eye, okay? So basically, there was wires connected, so then the solar panels get energy, so then it makes the electricity. And then the truss. What was the truss for? This long tube is the truss, and that truss is holding all the parts, and the habitats and the laboratories. What is a habitat? A habitat is where they live, because if there wasn't any habitat, where would they live? And the laboratories is where they explain and learn new things. And then in space, how did these suits? The suits work because they use it wouldn't make them freezing, boiling, or explode. Do you know why they explode? I'll tell you right now. There's inside pressure from the Earth, and outside pressure from in air. So then in your body, they don't explode, because they connected. But in space, there's zero gravity, so that outside pressure air goes all the way down, so there isn't any. So basically, and if there wasn't any suit, the inside pressure would go together, and then it may pressure you. So then you would explode. The suit prevented from happening or freezing or boiling, just the right temperature. There was these tether. The tether is where a hook on the International Space Station, and there was this attachment that you could attach and make the knot, so then you don't float away. And those footholds, they are straps, so then connected to the space station, so then you don't basically floating away. And do you want me to tell you the countries? And this was the amazing book I read. Okay, so these are the countries: Belgium, then Brazil, then Canada, Denmark, France, Germany, Japan, Italy, Russia, Sweden, United Kingdom, Spain, Norway, United States, Netherlands, and Switzerland. After the countries when they finish the space station, it'll be 350 feet long. That is a 30-story building. There's an escape building, the X-38, because if anything happens, a meteor hits or asteroid, it can make the space station broken, and then they would die. But the F-38 is like a shuttle that can go through space quickly as possible to land down with a parachute, so that it doesn't explode. And then the lifting ISS. How does it do that? The boosters. Because if there wasn't any boosters, it would crash, because the orbit is actually what it comes down. So then basically the boosters would put it more up, so that it wouldn't crash down to Earth. And they have to exercise 2 hours a day, because then they're weaken their muscles because if there wasn't any muscles, basically they would die, like hurt their muscles, and they have weaker bones. And the showers, they actually didn't have rain, like water. They had lotion. It's like a lotion, so it doesn't get into computer centers or electricity. So then it doesn't like they can fidget to make an explosion. And it's very bad if people die because they might have they bad. So if you want to explore more science with me, go to Nathan the Science Kid and subscribe.